Viveka Swamiji, the three states belongs to the mind that is being described with two shlokas, two verses. One is that the three states belong to the Aham vritti of the mind, Ahankara. So these are the states of the Ahankara. And the very next verse mentions that similarly the Karana vritti, all the rest of the Antaha Karana vritti also goes through the three states. So that is explained in a very different way. Usually we think that the whole Antahkarana is, going through the three states of mind. Here they separated it as the Ahankara part of the Antahkaran, the entire, that Sukshma Sharira. Yes.
The mind has these two kinds of vrittis. Eka, one is the Ahankara, Aham vritti. The rest is called Karana.
Karana vritti.
Chittam, Manaha, Buddhi, all included in Karana. So in the mind itself there are two divisions. Subject,
Object.
Aham vritti is subject, and the rest are all object.
So the subject is going through the three states
along with the object.
Along with the object. So,
along with the object vritti also have.
So then should I?
It is the whole Antahkarana that goes through three states. Antahkarana has these two aspects, subject and object. So you can say that subject and object, both of them go through the three states.
Yeah, so my question was only that they could have just said that the whole Antahkaran is going through the three states. But no, for some specific reason they said that.
It is well clarified. Because it's possible that the Karana vritti may not be there and Aham vritti may still be there. So in the deep sleep state, all vrittis of course are merged anyway. But it is important to know that mind has these two aspects, subject and object.
In this the other verse where the states of the Karana vritti are explained, Swamiji explained there how through the Karana vritti all the interactions is done, how the difference between the interactions during the waking state and during the dream state. So in the waking there is sense organs, with the interaction through the sense organs the Ahankar interacts, while in dream it is different. So perhaps is it because of that that verse was mentioning about the three states of Karana vritti? Yeah. Because there is definitely a specific purpose of differentiating that the Aham vritti as well as this Karana vritti. And the way I explained in the class today was like I gave the example of carpenter, but I don't know if I'm right, so I just am talking it aloud. Like the carpenter, Swamiji gives this example how he when he's working, he brings out his tool. So during the waking and dream, he as though works with his tools, and during the deep sleep, neither the carpenter is there, neither the tool is there. So in that way, in waking and dream, both Ahankara and the Karana vritti are there because they are interacting.
Because Ahankara functions through Karana vritti.
Through the Karana
not
vritti.
Interacting, but Ahankara requires, Aham vritti requires Karana vritti may not be Vyavahara. It requires Manaha, Buddhi, Chittam to carry out the Vyavahara, thinking, feeling, remembering.
And then in deep sleep, the ahankara merges into the karana sharir, or the
everything
both the karana vritti as well as. So the reflected consciousness is still there. The reflected consciousness is still
not there because the reflecting medium is not there.
Okay. There is no reflected consciousness in deep sleep.
So there is no reflecting
Medium. I thought that in the dormant okay. So okay. Chidabhasa is not there. And then there was one question of why do we say, like Rachita ji didn't understand, ahankara merging into ignorance. So I said it is karana sharira. But I don't know if Swamiji wants to elaborate more on to it. What do we mean by ahankara merging into ignorance?
In deep sleep, everything merges into ignorance. Prana merges into ignorance. So ahankara also merges into ignorance. Waking in dream state, they are active. There is dream ahankara and dream karana. They are there for any vyavahara to take place. Deep sleep, there is no vyavahara.
But what do we exactly mean by merging into ignorance?
Because all that remains is ignorance. When I wake up in the morning, I say, Sukham asvapsam na kinchit avedisham. When I was asleep, I did not know anything. So, there is evidence that there is ignorance in deep sleep. And Sukham asvapsam, there is evidence that there is happiness in the deep sleep. And so everything else has merged.
And what exactly is the difference between karana sharira and ignorance?
No difference. Ignorance also is called karana sharira. It will be called the karanam, the cause of sthula and sukshma sharira.
Seed. It is a seed for manifestation of.
Seed for objecta, seed for all vector. Vector is that which can become easily an object of sense perception. Objecta is that which is not. This is called objecta, avyapita, prakriti, shariram. Different contexts is indicated by different words.
This Karan Sharir always gives trouble. I mean, we explain it, but it is not very clear.
See, there is no Sharira by the way. Sthula Sharira is there. Sukshma Sharira also is a Sharira. Then we call it Karana Sharira.
It can be destroyed.
The Sharira is not in the primary, the word Sharira is not in primary sense. She Imanatva Sharira. Because it's subject to disintegration of the called Sharira in a secondary sense. Sthula Sharira and Sukshma Sharira, your Sharira is in the primary sense. Karana Sharira, the Sharira is in the secondary sense.
And in ignorance, we would include everything, like ignorance of our own nature, true nature, as well as all the wrong conclusions which are there in the seed form.
Ignorance of the self and ignorance of non-self.
Because all our conclusions are related to non-self in that way?
They are all related to self.
So, in what context Swamiji said ignorance of non-self?
Yeah, because I don't know anything. Anything means all nonsense.
Other than the subject, I don't see any.
When you're talking about the object of ignorance.
Thank you, Swamiji.